Can you consider starting points? Yeah, so, because I'm a bit surprised, honestly, because we've run the fantasy, this is all about the fantasy scoring, so everyone's on the same page. When we've run the fantasy scoring before, occasionally players would get negative scores. But it would be quite rare. Like, it'd have to be a pretty egregious bumming to end up on a negative score. But this time around, I guess the meta's just more trade heavy. So the negative scores are super prevalent. So I think we're definitely going to look at the scoring for stage 3 to try and, yeah, because in reality, I don't think it's a problem that players go negative. I think, I kind of like it that they can go negative because it's like, oh, fuck, no way he's gone negative. But it should feel like something really bad happened. You know, like it has something particularly bad happens for negative, you know? Because I think in reality, like for example, right, what I think feels a little bit unsatisfying, and I'm not just saying this because I have Kellex, but it happens for a lot of the support players in general, is like, I just watched my team 3-0 quick esports, right? And then Kellex has got like 3.5 points. And it feels a little bit like, did it feel like Kellex played so much worse than everyone else on his team? Right? So that doesn't feel like, yeah, exactly, Dinosaur Cola. That's what I'm thinking. Kellex was tossing, yeah. I mean, he did play Life Weaver and Mercy. Yeah, that didn't help, right? But he would have scored lower even with, like, another Brig map, right? He had solid, yeah, like, he had 3 deaths on Circuit Royale and got no... Maybe that's a slightly separate issue, and that's just a Mercy problem more than anything else. Yeah, so... I don't think it's necessarily a problem if certain... Like, the roles are always going to score differently, right? And there's no way to make it perfect. Because it's always going to change a little bit meta-wise and stuff as well, you know? Like, Freyas aren't scoring very highly right now because they get traded so much. So some of that will just change with the meta and the heroes in play as well. But I think... Because there's always going to be variation hero to hero. So that's just going to be what it is, right? And if anything, I think that can just be a little bit... that's just, like, part of the game, right? Hey, Lubda! Congrats, mate. Tapping for you guys today. On the Life Weaver train as well, I see. The Mercy train as well. Though you know what, Lubda, you know what I think? I have Kellex on my fantasy team. And the Mercy, the Life Weaver, scores no fucking points because Kellex gets no kills. Kellex gets no eliminations when he's on these heroes. So, in my opinion, change the comp. Change the comp so Kellex top frags. If we can get that going. Just one small request. The game's starting. I mean, yeah, assists aren't factored in because the problem with assists is it also varies a lot hero to hero as well. Like, some heroes just get no assists. You have Kellex who on your fantasy team? Fuck. Ziad, you need to have you on your fantasy team. That's the best pick. Yeah, I mean, what is going to be true is by the time we finish stage 2, what we're going to have is loads of data, right? And then we can use all that data to calculate like different scoring models and see what feels best. So 100%, I'm in agreement that, like, while obviously the scoring is fair because everyone scored the same, right? I don't think the scoring is optimal right now, and we'll change it for stage 3. Kufa's giving him a Circuit Royale endorsement. Yeah, why is no one buying you, Lubda? You're just too pricey, mate. Look, when I'm picking the prices for the players, Lubda, I see the best Sojin in the world, so I have to put the price high. Have to put the price high. And then Freya comes out, and the hit scans just die all the time. Can you add captains? Yeah, all in consideration. I don't think I want to do double points for captains, but it's intense. You know what it is, Lubda? Being expensive is a compliment. It means I rate you highly. All right, we've got a little bit of time. Yeah, we've still got adverts here. So this is Heart Chain. This is my Face It team. So we're gonna be winning. We're gonna be winning.
https://vm.tiktok.com/sandbagmnk/.
Thanks for reading it out, Brian. Appreciate for 15 months, Fix. What is it? What am I watching? I'm just gonna get DMCA'd for this. I'll watch. Let me show you in mute. Sorry, guys. I will watch this, Ilios. But I've literally been paid $5 to look at this TikTok. I'm gonna go back. Back. Start. Refresh. What did I just watch? What did I just watch? Am I old? Okay. Be honest with me, chat. Am I old and out of touch? Or is it or are the kids the problem these days? Things my girlfriend sends me 20 times a day. But it's the children that are wrong. Kids are the problem. Don't say both. Wait, hold on. Are you got comms on? Oh, wait, comms on.
Yeah, I'm still on the high ground if you want to go. I don't think they're on here.
Yeah, I'm working.
You ready?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
D.Va coming left, top left.
Can you
I
go
go
now?
on Cass. Go Cass.
Can we go D.Va?
No, we're on cast.
Okay, go guys.
Okay, we're out.
Keep it passive aggressive too.
Get.
Go cannon.
Get to B.
Yeah, go now. Go.
Okay, I can't.
Pat Sander, don't fly into the high noon.
I'm on Cass.
No.
Alright, Kitsune trade. Oh, Winston's. It's a one jump, one death for Jacob. Oh no. We've botched it. We've botched it.
Die make D.Va.
You got it. She's one.
Get
Get a point.
I'm back. I can contest.
No, don't.
Oh!
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just.
He played.
You get
He played
back.
bomb.
Yeah, I can get back.
Blade. Okay, we can
alright.
try and bait the beat without Blade, and then we can go for a lead to beat.
They have no Sozo.
Let's get some more take aim bolts going. Pick your perk as well.
Get his
Pick
half
a
at the back.
perk.
Let's go with the Blade.
Pick a
push
perk.
to bait beat. Okay.
Pick a perk.
Still play for D.Va.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go now.
Pick a
Yeah.
perk.
Okay, go.
Ready?
Oh, the bowler's good actually. Ah, come on, pick a perk.
Beat now.
Thank you, Doishi.
13 months.
I'm going on Monkey.
Not as
I'm on Cass.
No.
Blue band.
3, 2, 1. Do no TP.
Carry one. Carry still on.
What division is it? Wilder.
Get Jimmy. This is Gen.G.
We're perked up.
Genny's on left.
Alright, these played. They still
They're
in the East.
Oh,
Yeah, this is Quick's new roster.
Castle. Kitsune.
Can we go
More
on there?
take aim. More take aim.
Okay. Just get out. We got a lot.
TP.
We're struggling right now, aren't we? We got the flip though, so it's not the end of the world.
Just wait.
Alright. Closest probably another. Probably bomb. We use bomb. And then.
Yeah. Okay, we can try play slowly for Kitsu farm, but it's kind of close. So
Yeah.
we can bring it.
Nice.
Let's go
Oh!
with Cass again at some point.
Low.
I'm walking out. Can you come in?
I'm working.
where's the Cass? Can you see the Cass?
We can force D.Va maybe.
Alright.
You
Make
on
the
me.
touch.
I can't see the
Oh,
Cass. Cass over
that's
there.
fine. That's nooning on point.
Help the sci-fi if we
Genny on
can.
your back line.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's Jacob.
We swung behind noon. We're okay. We're okay.
Good one. Nice.
Good kill. Good kill.
Kitty
Bowler's
bowler.
good again. Oh, it's a huge bowler. Huge bowler.
Clear one.
I'm going Cass backlight.
Yeah,
Not
Cass
there.
right.
Alright, good. This is a good
We'll go
retake.
everything, we'll go everything.
Actually, you know what?
Okay,
We
let's
need to
go
use
faster,
take aim
let's go
more,
faster.
but every bowler's been
Try
great
to
from
take a
Pat Sander here. Pat Sander's the player we're watching now.
Look at Lou.
They know their
Oh,
Twitch
yeah,
name because
Lou won.
we're close.
Nice.
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 He's on touch.
This is CX Heart Chain. This is the Face It team.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice, they can't touch. Alright, quick check. Where are we in the
I
actual
think
game?
there were some points there where we didn't really do anything. I think we need to work on those.
Alright. We'll say a little prayer for him, but I trust they will be okay. Have I done all the stuff a streamer should do? Gen.G versus Twisted Minds? When I say have I done all the stuff a streamer should do, have the mods done all the stuff for me that a streamer needs? The answer is yes, because the mods are good for it. Meanwhile, in the OWCS, we are going over to Busan, and it's a Tracer ban from Gen.G after a Brig ban from Twisted Minds. Now, not to inflate them unnecessarily. Wait, hold on, let me rename this mod before I forget. OWCS versus... I'm going to put former Quick Esports. Out of respect. What was I saying? Sorry. Yeah, so, word on the street. I'll inflate them. Not like that. TM are tier above right now in EMEA. Tier above. So expecting this to be a drumming. If you watched the Saudi challenge, you would have seen that wait, hold on. If you watched the ESL Saudi challenge on Friday, you would have seen... Oh, wait, is Chris waiting for me? Hey, Chris, mate, I just saw you sitting at the desk here by yourself.
I wanted to see if I still had aura, mate. If I could just sit here and you come to me, you know.
Did you write in
still
chat?
got it.
Or did I miss it? Or were you just like you would see if you had the lure?
I didn't say anything. I just came to the office, sat at the desk, and then here I am, you know.
Yeah, well, chat told me because I've got the overlay on the thing, so your name pops up, and then everyone's like, like a low rumble of people chanting your name.
I mean, that's when I go to the shops. It's similar, actually. It's absurd, actually. It's becoming a problem.
I imagine it gets a little bit tiring, actually, after a time.
It does.
Well, I've dropped you the link as well.
Oh, lovely. Are we starting?
We're actually just going in to a little Busan.
Oh, cheeky Busan between friends.
What's the, maybe predictions obvious here, but how expected TM win, but what's the margin going to be?
I mean, I think the only thing that Gen.G have got is I think TM have had to cancel so many scrims, they've had to fly so many miles. I think they don't get like a super locked in version of TM, but I'd still be surprised if this is anywhere remotely competitive, to be honest.
Yeah, was it Astro and Psycho both flew back yesterday, was it? After playing the finals on Friday.
Yeah. So it's a bit of an aura if they do pull it off because they decide not to scrim before a game day. That's how you know they goated. But let's see.
All right, rolling out now. No surprises here. Nat Mag is on the Diva. Kiri Lucio backing that one up here. So not really what you would expect. Zox is really sort of a flex support by trade. So not the most comfortable in terms of heroes, but again, no surprises here for Gen.G. Ram for Twisted Minds, though. So they're also keeping it surprise-free, as KSA will play Ram at every possible occasion. Backline's trying to rotate underneath. Mag is looking for an opportunity to get aggressive onto this. There is a Brig ban in play, remember. Normally a Brig ban leads to a Diva ban in response, but Twisted Minds opt not to. They ban the Tracer instead here. So trusting their backline to deal with this Diva aggression while on Juno Kiri. We'll see if that plays out. For now, Psycho's kind of just got Mag in his back pocket. Mag has not been able to get anywhere close to this. He's dealt with Who Are You as well. Psycho just played a little bit of a sweep, and now as he backs up to the Mega. They're on point right now with a Ramatra, all over this Freya as well. Zodial's 1 HP gets out, but they can keep forcing the objective, which is the right of the Ram company situations, but they're getting picked off from the high ground, surrounded and harassed. And now, nowhere for KSA to go. So they do find the DPS kills, but shouldn't be enough to actually fight back onto point here. Gen.G get control back. Only 9% actually from TM. To be fair, if there's a stage that's going to feel a bit rough for having limited high ground control, it will be downtown out of all the ones on Busan. Twisted Minds have difficult options once they try and force objective here. They don't have a Tracer or anything, obviously, as it's banned to try and force that point either. So KSA is going to go dip his toes on point right now as Quartz tries to swing at the choke, but they have to be careful because you can see Mag Ready to pounce. Double bolt, triple bolt from Quartz. Nowhere to go from Zodial as he tries to rotate back to his team. Kitsune rushes will be mirrored on point now as well. And Quartz has free reign to take over. Looking for the Lucio as well. One take aim. And again, backline's both pretty weak. Looking for the kill here. They're trying to fight it. Quartz does have full pocket here. Another take aim into Zox, who's down to half HP. Flip goes through for TM during all of this. KSA needs a bit of help on point here, but the Ram is so damn durable. Mag, however, on life support. The hack gets him in the end. And now they can push forward, clear the rest of Gen.G now as well. Gen.G going to have to reset and play for their EMP on this retake. But Psycho's good for it as well. A battle of 2 EMPs. Going to chase Who Are You out coast too. Can be a little bit tricky sometimes for the defensive Sombra to find the timing to go. If the enemy team is just trying to bait out. Who Are You, on the other hand, can use the EMP to kind of break the choke. He's going to have to wait for his next cloak timing now. Goes through, hacks for Mega. Do they see him? They do. Found by the Kiriko here. Simple forces him back a little bit. Thank you, Septic, as well, for the 11 months tier 1. Who Are You has gone out to the high ground, but they found him again. He can't give him the slip. He's going to back up to the Mega, get it one more time. Mag has swung with him now as well, so they have a bit of space. Psycho is cloaked up. Everyone is there. Goes for the EMP. Only gets the D.Va, actually. One shots for D.Va. My stream goes into slow motion. Next frame, next frame. Annihilation has come out in response. Who Are You has dropped... Psycho's dropped the EMP as well. Okay, gonna get the cleanup. At the end of it, it seems like it went very well for Twisted Minds. KSA dropped the Annihilation in all of that there, and Mag didn't get the D.Va bomb off. And that seemed to be... We only saw the start of it, but that really seemed to be like the key moment, as Mag got one shot before he even got a chance to really get involved in the fight. Thanks for the boost, guys. Now Ray for Astro in this final fight, or what could be final fight if Gen.G can't nail the retake. Zox has the B, Mag has the D.Va bomb. Starting on the high ground, Lucio pocket here for Zodial. Zodial's 1 HP already. Zox is going to go flying in, beat push to get it on backline, but KSA's just here. He's body blocking for it. Astro's going to ray back, and they just delete this beat push. No problem at all. They try to cross map with it. Torpedo's out to finish the job. And looks like Twisted Minds really haven't missed too much of a beat here at all.
Yeah, it's quite interesting actually. There's a few things that's maybe worth mentioning. So the TM comp that they've been dominating the European meta was obviously what they dominated us on last week, which is this Juno Kiri. They tried to do it with Tracer as much as possible, and what you're going to see is the widest team in human history. KSA is going to just play an unkillable hero, and everybody else is going to try to just surround the map. What's interesting is actually they banned Brig TM. Now, in theory, the assumption normally is that if you play double flex, if the enemy team goes some sort of fast D.Va comp, then you should lose. But TM just kind of good for it as much as possible. It's possible the Brig ban is actually to bait Mag onto D.Va in a way that says, okay, let's just make him play a hero he can't play, you know?
Yeah, like, would they do the same thing if they were up against Ziad, I guess, would be an interesting question or something. Alright, for now, going to be a sim ram comp here. This is going to feel very suitable here on Mecha base with these big tight chokes. Zodial was good for an opening pick though, onto the Sojin this time. Opening pick, and Psycho can't close the distance with this TP, so Twisted Minds are just going to try and slow it down a little bit here. They might have to even give first flip for this. We'll see if KSA wants to actually contest. He's making his way down there, Val, so he wants to fight for it, but there's a hack onto Astro in the back. He's down to half HP, 1 HP. Who Are You finishes that one off, and now they can stabilize around point Gen.G. More pressure coming through. Psycho goes down as they come to help him there. And it's looking pretty good, actually. Mag back onto the high ground. And it seems to be very much the goal. They've actually lost Mag's mech, so they're maybe not out of it yet, because KSA is still anchoring point. He's actually even nearly got the flip. They're just going to clean up with that. I thought that fight was Gen.G's to lose, really. Early opening pick.
KSA is absurdly hard to clear. Like, he actually just never dies. Like, Ram is so broken.
Yeah, like, it's outrageous, because I thought, like, well, he's on point. They've left him on point now to kill everyone on the high ground, but KSA's... Because he's also finding kills, not always kills, but he's putting damage out as well. He's putting people under so much pressure from this as well. So hard to deal with. And now the Ram has control of the choke as well. This is where it's difficult for Gen.G to get through. They even need Who Are You to go behind, maybe force point, which I think is what's happening now. Someone's forcing point at least. There's a TP to deal with that because Twisted Minds comp doesn't have the greatest, but Who Are You's found Quartz. The pull to point has made a bit of space, but then Who Are You ditches for point, sets up on Quartz. Now he's going to hack for Ram. That's not maybe going to do all that much, but into the Kiri. Simple's going to have to TP away from that one. Who Are You gets out again as well, and now you can see they're playing back. They're forcing TM to the low ground, and then just retaking the high ground. And Who Are You? Zodial getting so much value in these situations. Chasing down the Lucio, but Astro's going to go all the way out coast. And Who Are You? will have a chance to set up early with this EMP as well. Astro doesn't have the beat to match it just yet. Looks like potentially a split retake here. Yeah, Freya and Lucio going left. Or is everyone? No, we're all going left. They've got the sim here, so they might just TP through the choke to get the enemy high ground. They have to be careful with that EMP. No, there's a TP back right side. They fake for rotation, try and get onto Zodiel, but they might be walking into an EMP. EMP hits the back. Have they got the damage, though? Looks like just no. Zodiel dies during all of this with the EMP. Simple gets the Kitsune rush off. The EMP, Huayu was chasing the entire time, but the TP then just speed forward. Huayu couldn't catch him. They get away with that one. Now Quartz is all over this Kiri. Kaneo has to TP away. Half HP, force out. Good retake from TM. And UB or no UB, sim shenanigans there. Good rotation, but they've lost Quartz and Zodiel swung with overclock. Now the wall goes up, but a TP away. Zodiel can step through the wall now. Nails the shot onto Simple. They still have control of point, but the sim wall will be fading. TM vote, they have ults. It's just Astro and KSA, but the beat's going to come through. They're going to try and win it. Oh wait, Psycho's there with him as well. 3 of them. Kitsune rush on point. KSA still has the annihilation. Psycho's in trouble, but KSA can anchor it for ages, but he takes the remake damage. He doesn't pop it in the end. Trying to clutch with the beat. We'll just accept the 1-for-1 ult trade. And they will reset one more time. Now, last time it was TP shenanigans, right then left to get out of the choke. This time they'll have the annihilation to match this beat with here. So they can actually kind of tank this a little bit more, walk out the choke, and if Zox chooses to beat push, they can all kite behind KSA, let him absorb the pressure. They're going to walk out for free. Huayu's looking for his target. His cloak is about to expire, so he's going to go for rotation, but there's a TP again. He's going to try and TP, but nice, he got it. Killed for TP, so they can't come back, but it's already a 5v4 with this annihilation on the other side. Zox will hit the beat. Everyone but Huayu, and KSA can't find too many targets, just punching the Diva right now. Forces Gen.G to clear, but they still have control of point. Gen.G need to contest at a certain point here. But now it's even space. Huayu is still behind. Quartz hits one bolt. Simbeam is going, but the Virus, 2-for-1 Virus, comes out. And Huayu's going to be good for 3 in the backline here. Makes it 4 with a bit of a fadeaway finished off. Now KSA's alone. I don't know if they get a touch here, actually. Astro's going to spawn first, and they have the Sim TP. Oh, no, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. They will get a touch if they've got another fight. But they still have problems. They're pushing into an EMP. But not as bad as that. Overclock and EMP. They need to find a way to outplay this EMP. Last time they did it with the TP. TP is just at the choke, though. They're not using it right now. Eyes on Huayu. Are they just going to hit this EMP? Patience, waiting for Huayu. Here he comes. EMP hits 2 of them now. As Kitsune rush in response. Huayu dies for this again. Gets the late trade onto Psycho. 4v4 Kitsune rush on point. Zodiel still has the overclock, so Quartz has limited peak options. Mag is trying to help anchor point, but you see KSA. He loves to stand on the point. He's flipped it already. Kitsune rush back right now, but Twisted Minds, they're pretty far away. They can just TP a lot of this. Mag is trying to push for a kill, but he can't find anything. And KSA comes out for the contest. He's not giving him a point. Zox is going to kill Psycho. 1-for-1 trade only. Jewel on this high ground right now. Astro's getting ever closer to beat, but here is Quartz trying to fight that one. Gets the D-Mech as well. Quartz, body shot onto Zox. Another little dink as well. Disruptor shot out. Zodiel wants to challenge Quartz, but Quartz is going to leave. Astro has the beat. Hits all 4 members now around him, and they need to touch at a certain point, Gen.G, but it's such a hard touch now. Going to be Kaneo going for it first. Baby dies on point. They need Zodiel to find something, but he's only got a ram to shoot at. Quartz is killing people from behind the pillar. And TM close it out 2-0 in the end, but a lot more back and forth in that one.
Yeah, definitely. I think Simple actually hits a really nice Suzu on the EMP as they go out there, actually. I think if
now,
not,
the one where
then
they TP'd away? Or the last one, you mean?
Yeah, the last one. I think actually, I'm fairly sure if you rewatch it, I think he gets the out mechanics. I think he probably saves a life or 2 and gives them a chance there.
Well, I was expecting more than 2 people to get hit by that, you know? Like watching it from...
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Quartz and Simple are Suzu'd. So like it would have been a 4-person EMP if not for the Suzu. It's only 2-person instead.
Yeah, which is
and
really
obviously
impressive
it means the Kitsune rush comes out immediately.
Too.
Yeah.
I will say everybody that plays for TM, they're so high on Simple. They actually think this guy is genuinely the next coming of Christ, not Christ. That would be Chris. Not next coming of me. Just I mean, I do often think of myself as
your ego's getting out of control, mate.
Yeah, I do need to chill out. I mean, I did just beat Pep yesterday, so it's like it's understanding actually. I think what's really nice about this, like this TM system, I'm super impressed by it. You know, like the Juno Kiri stuff. It's one swap for Astra to go Lucio, and then you have Lucio Kiri where you have like a Kiri guy and a Lucio guy. You're one swap away from Juno Brig, where I guess it's like slightly less comfortable for simple Brig, but it still works. If you go Diva against, or if you go Brig against it, then KSA just goes Ram and he counters you, and then if you play double flex, then KSA can just go Diva and he counters you. And it feels like actually like, the whole thing works really, really well together. So I think actually a lot of are those eliminations right?
I'm looking at it and it's very confusing. It feels like the names are swapped or something. Because I know the map's had a bit of back and forth, right? The implication here is that Gen.G all went positive massively and TM negative but won.
I mean, to be fair, KSA was just standing on the point. It could be right, you know.
5 and 4 for KSA, just hanging out on the point.
He just plays some honest Overwatch. You know, he's just... I guess what we'll say is, I said this to Psycho yesterday when he was joining me on the desk, but I think as everybody in EU respects TM more and more, I think they're going to start to have to deal with bans here. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Gen.G take away the Kiri here. Possibly the Juno, but I think the Kiri would be a better ban. I think you'll start to see the Tracer, which obviously was banned. You'll start to see maps where Ram and Diva. I think every map they're going to have to lose one of the key pieces, you know. And maybe in scrims they're going to be in a situation where they haven't been banned because people are trying to figure out how to beat it. So I think that's the only thing that TM need to figure out is they just need like an adjustment for every ban, and then I think they're actually in an unbelievable spot to win the stage.
Alright, I'll go back to I was trying to figure it out from the scoreboard, because after that first round, it was super TM-sided in terms of KD and stuff. So, we'll investigate it, chat. Maybe it's true. It's not impossible to win games of Overwatch with worse KD if you stand on the point enough. But we'll double check. I think they're correct. It could be. TM lost more fights map 2. Yeah, I mean, it's just because, like, a couple of the players were, like KSA was 4 and 1 or something after the first one. I mean, I guess the second point was the one he was really on point. So, it's really possible. So, I guess it was better to invest in Gen.G. Zodial the big winner. Alright, quick check-in on my Faceit team. Looks like we're doing alright on Saravasa. Well, looks like we're about to be tied up 1-1 on Saravasa. Looks like we're tied up 1-1 on Saravasa. Fuck. Alright, where were we? I was locked in to my Faceit team for all of half a second. It's a Freya ban and a Hazard ban.
So yeah, so Gen.G decided to take away the Freya, which I don't know how I feel about it. It's interesting because the idea is because Juno and Freya are just so unbelievably unkillable, Simple can get away with not peeling in a lot of situations. He can just do his business on the side, and even a Diva flying on. The question will now be is if we play Lucio Kiri Diva and we fly on Quartz, does Sojourn live the same way? So this will be interesting. I think if, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's going to be a piloting issue, but if TM don't have to swap break here, then I think it's actually incredibly impressive that they can keep making this double flex work, and I will be studying it.
They're going Torp here as well, which in many ways actually probably helps for TM backline here, because it means a lot of Mag's attempts might be a little bit more solo. This is a lot of damage from Gen.G here, but if there's one thing the Ram can do, it's get shot in the face and be okay. So we'll see how the point force goes for TM here. The KSA won't be too scared of that one. He'll take it. For now, it's just opposite sides. They'll clear the turret, and KSA will start dipping his toes onto point as it unlocks. And it looks like Gen.G are just going to be taking this sort of a front-to-back situation, actually. It's KSA's used his form early, actually, trying to push him back. And they forced a Suzu, and Mag is low. But KSA's form is about to expire. They've actually got the flip. KSA has just zoned them all back. They're actually all just desperate. Simple and Psycho on the flank here will find the kill. And you see kind of the idea. There's a late trade onto Psycho, actually, so maybe a bit of a chance, but they've lost Mag's mech in main. But you see the idea there, right? KSA's going to stand on point. He is going to tank the aggro, even bully people, and then Simple and Psycho come in, and that's the real danger.
I think the idea for Gen.G is that we can't take the side fight, so why even try? Like, let's not play a side fight here and just stack everybody main. But it doesn't make sense if we play D.Va versus Ram. Like, if we're going to 5-stack, we need to 5-man push. We need to try to get around this Ram. Otherwise, there's really no point in playing D.Va.
Quartz with a nice early pick. Simple's going to get one as well, and this fight's just over before it starts. It doesn't matter if you go through the front or through the side if you just get picked as you walk around the corners. So, quick reset for Gen.G. They can have another crack at this with the time. And they do actually have Kitsune Rush first, because one of the problems that the TM backline has is they do split the healing a lot more. So they have two powerful support odds, but they get them a little bit slower than a Kiri Lucio will. Overclock now onto the high ground from Quartz. Damage into the back, can't find the kill onto Zox. They're trying to Kitsune Rush to force point. Quartz is trying to find damage in all of this. They're all a little bit tagged up, no kills just yet. Zodial trying to swing back. Later Kitsune Rush comes out and Psycho is still harassing on the side. And again it's Simple and Psycho. I nearly called him something, but I won't go for it. They're going to get 2 kills. They're going to get 2 kills, and they're going to clean it up. And the theory works again for TM.
Yeah, I mean, they are just sacrificing the side fight, and they are paying the iron price every single time. And what's always impressive watching this is it feels like Astro should die a lot, and he almost never does. Like, the positioning and the movement, it's pretty good here. It feels it's almost impossible to see how we're going to kill Simple or Psycho, so it does have to be Quartz and Astro that's going to die, but hasn't come close so far.
Annihilation comes out, and this is going to push Gen.G all the way back. Mag is trying to disengage. Kiri, Lucio, D.Va, it should be a good disengage comp, but a bit harder if you've got a Torb. Zobiel does find the trade, but again, who is on the kill feed? It's the main man, Psycho, and the flank is getting all the damage done again.
He has to swap Torb. Like, they're actually just infinitely surrounded every single time, and they don't have anything to pressure. Like, they need the Tracer to ignore the side fight and play to kill Astro, or go Sombra or something. But every single fight, you just see them 5-man stacked, and then they're immediately surrounded, and you see their HP just drain before anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can even still fight it. Like, there's no reason Lucio Torb can't at least try and, like, you still fight the main fight, but try and pay more attention to these guys. You can see who are you looking for it now. But eventually they're going to try and swing. Molten Core out underneath KSA's feet, trying to go far back. The Ray comes out, and there is a Molten Core underneath a lot of it. He's spread it out quite a bit. A beat has been thrown into this as well. They're trying to burn the damage down, trying to kill this Ramatra, but it's so hard to kill the Ram. KSA is going to keep jumping on the come, so that'll help out, actually. So they can kill him eventually. And Zodial's found a kill on the side fight. Just kept putting his toes. Oh, still too hot, still too hot, still too hot. Stop dipping your toes in, mate. It's lava. So
like
they get the fight back
from the restaurant, you know, it looks so good you can't resist. You just keep trying to fucking bite. You know, you can just leave it a few minutes and it would taste good, but here I am with blisters inside my mouth, you know.
That's a huge amount of the ults actually invested there for TM as well. Ray was dropped down, all of that. They'll have the Kitsune Rush for their retake soon, but there's actually a chance for Zodial to go with this overclock if he spots an overstep. They're trying to play wide again, Twisted Minds. Pressure onto a point already from this Ramarcha, and now all of Gen.G will turn their attention to him. Zodial's low, and again the flank. Kineo was trying to mark it, but Psycho just ignores him. Blinks right past, and then Simple shoots Kineo in the back of the head. Self-destruct is going, but nothing coming from it. And it's going to be a very quick, very easy retake from TM. And, I mean, it's kind of just the same every fight, isn't it?
It is. I mean, the system is simple, but no one is simple. Nice pun. No one's figured out how to beat it yet. Oh, they figured out how to beat it.
Guns and putting the bullets in people's heads. So yeah, they'll give a flip right back thanks to that overclock here, and I mean, to be fair, and also the retake they had before this Gen.G, it was Zodial actually finding a kill on the flank as well, like getting that rail off the Ram and then just putting his attention on it. Psycho's trying to come in right now, and Who Are You is trying to keep that flank contained. Again, look at Psycho, he's just gonna go past for the touch, recalls out as well, sold them all for a loop, but somebody else needs to get the next touch, and they can't, they Kitsune Rush for it as well. Disaster for TM here. They've lost Quartz on the way in as well. They might still be able to clean this one up. Psycho's going to get a kill. The Matrix wasn't enough. Disruptor shot is onto Astro here, so that's going to finish him off too. Flying around, just damaging all of these team on the way too. And they'll get a couple of late kills here, but they've lost Mag, and I don't know where Zodial thinks he's going. Just go to the next point, guys. Go to the next point. Regroup, and now at least TM have a few ults to work with, but Kitsune Rush was very much wasted. Kaneo's going to have his Kitsune Rush for this. Go on, Chris.
Yeah, sorry, just the desk here. I think, to be fair, if Gen.G do get map control, it is a lot easier to find the tempo timings and to deal with the side. Like, once they get in, it's much easier to stave them off. It's the retakes which look impossible. So this first fight here, it's super important for Gen.G to win.
Possible point initially. Turret is on the wall. Kaneo dies. Headshot as he drops that Kitsune Rush. But they can still use the Kitsune Rush. And this turret on the ceiling is going to be annoying for KSA to deal with. Permanently shooting him from the top. Again, you see Zodial looking to try and mark this flank. Goes for it. Forces the recall, but no kill. KSA now has the Annihilation on point. And he will just continue to be the king of standing on the objective. First flip over to TM now. And this is the situation you're talking about. Now Gen.G have to try and cross through one of these areas. Meaning they're going to have to walk into Simple and Psycho's line of sight.
Yeah, KSA just the king of holding block, I think. That's actually all he just needs to do. He's point in the ultimate. Like, I can, honestly, maybe I could make a return if I get set. Yeah, but looks fucking simple now that I see it.
Alright, trying to walk in. They actually beat to try and get through this choke. If they can get to point, it's easier to play from there. But Boop in onto KSA as well. He's taken so much damage. He's holding block. Self-destruct is going to be forced as well. Molten Core, but KSA for Ray's coming through to help him. Zodial again finding value with this overclock, but needs a little bit more right now. Walking forward. KSA's regrouped with his team. He's got out of that. Now an overclock back from Quartz trying to find this one. Diva's going to D-peek as well. Matrix comes out. Simple's found a kill in the back. Psycho's found a kill in the back. And the longer it goes, the more they get bled out on this flank. And now it should just be an easy hold for Twisted Minds here. Yeah, a couple of late kills will make this recontest really awkward too.
Yeah, KSA doing his best to show the TU KSA that we all know and love, but Astro able to just about bail him out. Had to pay a price for it, but yeah, now we're in a good position, I think. Drain the ult, get to the next point early if you get the right RNG, and then we're good to keep cooking.
Kitsune Rush to kick it off for Twisted Minds as well. This point in particular, as it looks like we're moving over to Fountain behind the scoreboard. This one is particularly tricky as well, because it's literally a four-sided point. You can get harassed from everywhere. It's quite easy for the Kiri traitor to swap to different sides here as well. So it looks like they've set up on high ground for now, Gen.G. I'm going to try and keep control of this. Watch both doors. KSA can come and clear that high ground though. Mag can match that position. It's actually a swing back into main. You see Zodial trying to be proactive on the flank. Chases for Kiri out. Looking for more. But this gives Quartz space at the choke. Disruptor shot as Zodial tries to deal with both threats. But not easy. They're now on the low ground and it's Twisted Minds who can use the high ground as their base. Kitsune Rush trade comes through. KSA nearly has this Annihilation to layer in. No ults to follow for Gen.G just yet here. So going to throw... Gonna keep KSA pocketed up, and you see KSA, he just holds his ground. KSA, patient. Doesn't get carried away, doesn't push more than he needs to. Will take the objective, and now try and buy more time. Psycho is into the back right now. So I think Suzu's still available, actually. He's gonna go for a Pulse Bomb anyway. It's just onto the floor. Psycho will back it up, but TM have control of a point. Now a dive, actually. Zoxa's gonna fly in, but he's immediately dead to Quartz on that one. So Quartz has dealt with the Lucio aggression. Now Zodial's fighting for his life on the coast here, but Quartz and Psycho gonna team up for that one. They do lose Astro, but big net positive. Who was gonna try and flip a point here, but there's an Annihilating Ram in his face. Feels like an overuse, actually, from KSA there. I think he was worried he was gonna die, but they had such a big numbers advantage. Now Zox is going to get chased out here. Psycho looking for a late one, but the rail doesn't connect from Quartz. Mag is in baby as well. Going to be a staggered out kill, and Gen.G find themselves with one more attempt at this. Good news, at least they get into a few of these ults. Bad news is Zox is dead in spawn. And who are you dead in spawn?
That's even worse news.
Alright, Tuts is going to be very strained now, and his ults, they don't actually have them quite yet as well. Quartz is trying to hunt down anyone touching from the left. Mag is flying through main right now. KSA is going to start the form timing early to lower his health. Zodial gets Psycho on the way in. Overclock popped as well. Nice shot onto the Juno. Lots of low health players here. Turns around to deal with Quartz, but Quartz is flanking the flank. He takes that one down, finds two, and now everyone is so low. Zox isn't going to get to B, I don't think. Kaneo's not going to get to his either. Quartz kills everyone. And Gen.G just couldn't quite get the ults in time for that.
Yeah, I think to do the unthinkable on the stream and defend Krusty, I kind of see what we're trying here, you know? Like, Torb stands back main and just has a turret and tries to mark the side on his own whilst being able to do damage in the main. I think, the first 2 points, I think we started to see that the idea was lovely, but the execution was less lovely. It feels like if you want to do that, then you should have a tank which wins the brawl versus Ram, you know? Like, play that, but
Like
then
a
go
Rissa or
Mauga.
something, or yeah, Mauga.
And then just say, okay, we're not going to touch Astro, but we're going to mark the side fight with Torb, and then we're going to stand on KSA's head, and then we're going to make them play. Feels like now that we've stopped glazing Krusty, we can start to heavily criticize them. It does feel like we didn't do anything to stop TM playing the way they want to play there. Saravasa for sure is a better map than New Junk City, in my opinion, for this type of style, for this type of comp. So picking that, and then I really think, I'm almost certain we won't see it next map unless we go circle. So I think we have to take this Juno Kiri out. The way that TM play, they ask a lot of their players to be pretty selfless. You know, like KSA, you're not allowed to have fun. You just need to stand on the point and block. Astro has to just play super. Even Quartz has to chill out a little bit because we're investing all of our economy into Simple and Psycho, just destroying. But they actually did, right? Like every fight, it's them two who gets the opening pick. Listen, the series is absolutely over without a fucking shadow of a doubt. But if we want to win one map, we have to force them onto Juno Brig Mirror. I think ban Kiri, play something, try Juno Brig. You're probably still losing, to be honest with you, but it's worth a go.
It's a little bit hard, right? Because I know they've played mostly Kiri Lucio as well, but also what's true is actually this is the type of backline that should suit Gen.G as well. Like maybe
I need to say
isn't
one
the
thing.
answer either, but yeah, go on.
I need to cut you off because someone, Umari, said, shouldn't we criticize the TU coach for a similar underperformance? Do you think I was not criticized? Have you been on the internet, mate?
You know what? This Chris guy, he's
How did I get away with it?
He's getting away with not a lot of flack in these ones. Not mentioned once on Reddit. Not tagged once on his own Discord. Not never atted on Twitter.
Nobody. If there's someone in the world that's escaped criticism, it's not me, okay?
Old easy ride Chris, under the radar type of coach.
Me and Hunter, we just get away with everything, you know? Bad performance, oh, it's not the coaches, we like them. That's always what happens. Unbelievable.
As for copy pasta. I mean, also they could just also ban the RAM, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, ban the
that's
Ram,
like a
go
huge advantage.
Juno Brig, but I don't know. I think TM can work around the tank.
oh, they've done what you
Runasafi
said,
Kiri
actually.
ban. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, we got what we spoke about. So I think TM are gonna look to force. I think they're gonna go Juno Brig Ram here and force some sort of. It depends if they think Juno Brig Ram can beat Juno Brig Orisa. I know they're super Ram pilled in general. But this, I mean, to be honest with you, even when we load into this and we look at the heroes, for sure Gen.G are worse in every single role on this comp they're about to play. But I think this is the best chance they've got. I think if they're going to win a map, it's this one. But I still don't think they're going to win a map, to be honest.
Is there no world in this as well, where it's just like... Is it not just better to go to like a Dorado or something?
Honestly, mate, Gen.G are just, they're so off the dive pill. They are like they just haven't touched it at all this season.
It's like they got
it
double
honestly
flex
is
support,
95.
a Winston player,
Yeah.
a Gen.G player. It just feels like if there's a time, it's I don't know. I feel like I say it every week, but it's
It is.
still
I mean,
true,
we always
surely.
say like, "Oh, stop Mag Diva," but it just always is Mag Diva. There's just no escaping from it. Mag will be on Diva. You will not be on Gen.G. I think that Gen.G in general. I think if we go through similar problems to Gen.G where we want to play our way and the EU wants to force us into their meta, you know, like forces, breaks us down. But I think we have slightly stronger willpower than Gen.G, because I think pretty early on this stage, Gen.G just said, yeah, we need to play the same thing as every other EU team. But I don't know, it is the one criticism that everyone gives, and honestly, the Gen.G situation, it's definitely tough. But it feels somewhere there's a comp within these players where everybody gets a little bit of aura, and there must be a way they can make their way work.
Or if you have to, because, you know, sometimes when we go to, like, a new junk city, or, like, Runa Sapi that we're going to now or something, I can sort of see, like, we see a couple of teams try and make it work, but it always looks really hard, right? So, fair enough. Now, maybe some maps you just have to cop a different version or something that isn't always your best heroes. But there's plenty of maps in the pool that feel like, actually, you can just force your good heroes, you know? Like, we're going to watch SSG later, and I'd be surprised, again, if SSG don't find a way to send us to Winston maps when they get the opportunity.
No, I mean, I think you're right. Like, I think against a team like TM, it feels like, I mean, who used the Diva ban? Gen.G used it earlier. Someone used the Diva ban earlier. Maybe Gen.G still have it, but like even just something like a Dorado ban Diva, it just feels, I think that's what I did against him. And obviously we got full health, so I mean, maybe it doesn't work. But it does feel like if you are to try to do something divey, that's your best bet, I think.
Yeah, it was actually, TM banned Diva on this one, so if everyone's trying to force some type of Orisa Ram type mirror.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think the problem we'll get is if it's Orisa Juno Brig, then the Ram is going to feel really good. It feels like maybe both teams should maybe opt into Lucio Juno here, to escape KSA just punching Brig in the face repeatedly to death. So I mean, we'll see what we get here.
What's the score of the face at DD? Are we winning? Sorry, Desk, we'll come back to me in a second. I've got an on-site report from our...
Yeah, no problem. Go to Rio Ferdinand over here.
I'm getting reports that we've won Havana.
Okay,
back
great
on top.
news.
Alright, back to the desk.
Yeah, so we'll see. It looks like we will get maybe what we expect. I'm hoping Who Are You is going to go Gen.G here. It'll be interesting to see if Simple goes for the Brig here. Or if he does try to make the Ana work, really try to go for this double flex stuff as much as possible.
Yeah, it feels like it's a greedy category a little bit.
Yeah, Ana here. It's not bad without Kiri, because obviously if we hit a nade it will stick. And there's no Diva too, so I think it makes sense here.
Psycho's found the Sombra early on as well, so that's going to stop Who Are You getting onto Simple. And really one thing that Psycho will still have free access to, we saw in the previous map he had free range of the flank, and he actually will have pretty similar here against the Sombra. The Sombra can't contest him for this side space. I say as the Sombra contests him for this side space. Will force Psycho back actually, but in general it's going to be a little bit harder for Who Are You, and he doesn't want to spend all his time just stuck. Kanae's going to come through now, has to TP away from it. Kanae's still antied, but he is okay. Now Who Are You is going to take his own flank looking for the backline here. He's going to uncloak, but just a bit of spam. They're trying to move the payload away here actually, but KSA, we all know where he is. He's on the payload and Psycho comes in behind. He's going to find the kill. And this is part of the problem, right? When Who Are You does leave that side and goes to set up his own play, Psycho is automatically free to push his own side, and the Tracer's, whatever you would call it, sort of time to connect with backline is quicker than the Sombra a lot of the time.
Yeah, maybe it's just me, but I always look at the Sombra pick, and the first thing I think is the enemy tack like a juicy hack, you know? Like, if I can hack a Diva or a Hazard, it feels like there's, like, consistent value for me. I don't always have to go backline. Against this comp, I don't know where the best hack is. Like, maybe onto a solo Juno, but Ram hack is completely irrelevant, because that hero, he has tons of HP.
Psycho's going to find and kill Who Are You before this fight even starts, so more on the back foot. Pulse Bomb's avoided though, but there's more trouble coming for Kanae. Quartz is behind now as well. They'll get the trade onto the Freya at least, but Gen.G have no choice with no supports but to concede for checkpoint and concede even more space. Mag is 1 HP as well. He's got away with it. He's got away with it. Mag's going to regroup with the team, but KSA is already holding on the high ground. They have found the Freya now, and Zodiac was in big trouble trying to fly away. Hiding on the roof. Psycho won't leave him alone. The Brick was coming to try and save him, but now Kanae's in trouble. And it's going to be a series of 1v1s. Surely Psycho turns this kill. He's on the chase, but Brick's on the run. Got the mini. Psycho's going for it. Kaneo will get hunted down. Inevitable. You just knew he was still coming. All the while, KSA and Mag have been butting heads on point, and here comes Mag and EMP to trade for kills. The Ana's so low, but defensive nade, they still get the kill. They're pushing for it. Astro's taken down as well. The trades will save Gen.G here, because Psycho was getting multiple kills. He's also killed Zox while all of this has gone on as well. And this it's starting to feel like a bit of a problem for Gen.G again, of just Psycho not being kept in check.
Listen, like, Kanale, I swear Kanale is a flex support. Like, we have to be able to just, like, if there's ever a matchup where I can get away with playing an Ana of my own, a fucking Zen, and a Lari, I feel like the comps right now are, like, it's so open. Like, the Briggers just can't do anything in the front fight. He's not exactly successfully marketing Psycho from what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, good bowler. Gets some damage. The Rage just about keeps everyone alive, though. This Zox Ray has done so much, but it's still an annihilation coming out. Astro's Ray was traded during all of that. Now the rally from Kanale, but they're 2 down. Zodiel's found a kill, but KSA, he loves to punch a Brig, and
Nice
Kanale's
rally,
in so
mate.
much
Like,
trouble.
what the fuck are you gonna do?
And Psycho has been stealing meters this entire time, so even though that fight felt kind of close, it was actually a 5v4 in Gen.G's favour for a lot of it. Psycho's going to steal these meters, big ult exchange, and now it's actually just simple with this Nano. He can drop this on KSA, and he can look for a key target with this. Who are you has gone over onto Tracer right now, so very much a more even matchup with Psycho now, at least in terms of hero, maybe not in terms of piloting. Simple's got the Nano ready to go. Is out onto KSA. It's the tail end of his form, though, so KSA is going to be using his Nano to stand mostly on point and just sort of lean down Mag if he can.
He doesn't need any help.
Yeah.
He just let him find Nano. He's going on the point.
Give him to someone else, honestly. Yeah, so not a lot of value out of this Nano at all. Psycho's going to get a kill onto Kanale, though. Who are you looking for an evil trade as well? Trades will save the defenders at this part of the map. Who are you still harassing and forcing them back? But Psycho has got another kill. Mag is able to force this trade. And Who are you might be good for another. Yeah, the backlines are getting traded. Both backlines having problems. But the point! Where's KSA? He's on the point. Of course he is. He's always on the point. But no one from Gen.G are there.
No fucking way, dude. Oh my god.
And once again, KSA has won the game by standing on the point. This one,
I don't know.
one of his more impressive point standings, honestly. This one's up there.
Honestly, if you told me KSA got one of them that round, but just stood on the point the whole time, it's so fucking. Honestly, it's unreal.
Should we get an action replay here? Because it looks like they've salvaged it, right? KSA's gonna get nothing out of the Nano. Right, nothing out of the Nano, everything's fine. And then, Who are you and Mag, they make an aggressive move. Reasonable enough, right? Psycho's found a trade, so okay, we need to hit backline as well. Need to trade our way out of this. Hitting the backline. KSA is on point. KSA is on point. He's pushing point. He's pushing point. He's pushing point. He's pushing point. 5 meter warning. He's pushing point. Oh yeah, he's actually just not. He's never left. He was on point the entire time.
He's just been on it, mate. He's just been there. Just be chilling. This stuff gets speared at the end for the banner.
Yeah, KSA's just said sorry to the fancy people. I'll just be blocking.
No, fair enough, you know.
There's just something about when the camera cuts to him like a scene from Curb Your Enthusiasm or something. Just like he's just standing still.
I swear, by the way, I
He's just
swear.
AFK.
It is ridiculous. I swear if Kanale goes Ana, I swear Ana is way harder for Ram to walk on, you know? Like, he's
get
actually
naded,
way
you get
tankier
swept.
against Ram than Brig.
Yeah, the bad side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you remember when we had that Ram meta and everyone started playing Ram Ana all the time, and May and shit like this? And people stopped playing Ram because the Ram just got abused by the Ana.
Yeah.
Would go Diva or something instead, right?
Yeah, it feels, I mean, listen, they're obviously, they kind of have like this, like, unlucky double flex support situation, Gen.G, but yeah, I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't think we should bag on Gen.G for this performance, because genuinely, I honestly think this happens to every team in Europe, like except maybe Alcads, like genuinely, at this moment in time. I think the only thing team I've got to be worried about is they peaked too early, you know, like 4 weeks to playoffs. Like they should have, if they kept this run 2 weeks later, they would be unstoppable. But everyone's got them in the crosshairs now.
Yeah, can see actually very few points to go around, because honestly, obviously what's happened as well is that Runa Sappy was like a 5-minute Runa Sappy. So there's no points happening. Psycho's top with 3.5, but the map was over before anything really got going. So, I mean, TM maybe not a stats team. Astro finishes on a classic -2 3-0. Oh, thank you, Space Station, for the tier 1. Ready for our big game? We are surely on upward trajectory after the Dildux result. Yeah, a few points for KSA, Quartz, Psycho. All positive scores, but probably a little bit underwhelming considering it was a one-sided affair. And I mean, it felt, eye test, it felt dominant, right? It felt super one-sided. Just
yeah, I think so.
In the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like maybe -1 round of Busan, everything felt like it was complete control. Even Saravasa, like you could kind of feel which team was the better team there. So a good day to be a Twisted Minds fan.
For people asking about the support thing, Zox is a flex support because Crispy's not available. So they basically got 2 flex supports in. So they're trying to, so when they're playing stuff like Kiri Lucio, there's like a caveat here that this isn't really the comp they want to play with in this backline, or ideally would play. Yeah, double check it, Toby, but I think it's fine, honestly. Well, talk me through it, Wilder. I was locked in to a Ram standing on point. Was it? Someone said it was a 3-0, right? Clean 3-0 sweep? Yeah, no drama, guys. I had full faith.
Funny Astro joining us for a quick
chat. Astro's joining
us.
us.
Bring him in. Funny Astro, always great to see you. And of course,
SSG jersey in the background.
This was a one-sided affair. Did you also hope or expect a little bit more pushback from Gen.G there? Make it look a little more competitive, or is this the expected outcome?
I think they were a little better than we expected, maybe. I think we were expecting a complete shutout. So I think UB's not too happy that they got 1 point there. So we're going to have some things to work on for next week to get perfect scoreline.
Tell us a little bit about, you guys are leaning into the Ramatra play a little bit more right now. Where do you think Ramatra sits amongst the meta? We've seen teams try and play Arisu into it. Feel like that's had some success. You guys obviously aren't trying to do too much Diva stuff with, KSA in. What's the broad game plan in terms of your tank and comp selection right now?
Honestly, we just like putting KSA on Ram because he's insane at that hero. Just put him on the point, give him a speed ring, and he just goes and kills people. So I don't think we need to think too hard about it. We don't need to care about like Orisa or Diva or whatever. It's just like, just play Ram and sit on the point and pocket him.
Is it a simple game plan, a simpler one when you have that Ramatra in play?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. He sits on the point, simple, and Psycho go flank and kill everything, and we win.
I mean, you guys have incorporated Psycho in last week and in this week. His Tracer play has been fantastic. Is that, I know you guys earlier on were playing a little bit more of UB and like Sim. Is you feel like Tracer is kind of where things are heading at the moment? Because we were talking where you guys have played some Sim in the past, and then now Katsi obviously uses it to great effect, so it seems pretty strong.
I think with Psycho, we're just like a little more immune to hero bans. Obviously, when we have UB and we have to care a lot about people banning Sim and protecting DPS and all this stuff. But Psycho, he's not just playing Tracer at the moment, he's playing like loads of different heroes. Most of the time he's on Tracer, but he can look a lot of different stuff, and even played the Sim a bit today. So we're just making it work with him.
Are you looking at playing him on Torb on Flashpoint?
I'm not sure what that was.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not a fan of the Torb on Flashpoint. I think he ended the map 5 and 10, so maybe it's not the best hero there. Maybe we'll try it next week.
Hazard was in, we got it, but not into Ramatra.
Even against Hazard, I'm not sure. It's the classic crusty. You never know what he's
Actually,
doing.
classic Krusty.
Krusty gets so much shit, doesn't he?
So that's in line. For the Astro,
Will someone finally criticize Krusty? Will someone finally give him some stick?
So, I don't know. You wanna?
Daniel says can't call it for crack pipe. You should have just called it for crack pipe.
Honestly, mate, what they gonna do, mate? What they gonna do?
To bring it back from the interview. I just do as I'm told. You know, obviously, Funny Astro, you're our personal MVP at all times. That goes without saying. But today's bottom is for Simple. So congrats.
Too
on
well
that.
trained,
Congrats on the dub.
media trained
I can't
Daniel.
wait to see more of you in the boys. Thank you so much.
Won't let the crack pipe slip out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I think it is also fair to say all the same things we talked about with TU last week. Of this might just happen to every team that plays TM from this point on. So this isn't like this isn't the ultimate test of where Gen.G are in the power rankings.
No, I agree. I think for Gen.G, it's their games against Peps, Quick, and maybe others. You know, which are the really important ones for them. Is it next week VP versus TM?
VP versus TM, yeah.
Yeah, and that has potential to be quite interesting because I think right now TM will be favourites, but if that's like a 3-0 domination, then that's actually like such an insane statement, like victory for them. But honestly, if you ask me to bet on it right now, I'd probably go for it. I do think it would be 3-0 TM.
3-0 as well, yeah. Also worth that's where Gen.G sort of start. Now they play what was formerly Quick Esports next week as well, so that's a big one for them.
Yeah, there's a few Quick Esports relegation 6-pointers coming up, but they need to get Willie off his fucking holidays in his
I mean, to be fair, if there's one game to have a holiday, the OWCS one is a bit like, it might, okay.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's always going to be tough. All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink and get ready for. We're going NA already, right? That was a very quick EMEA section.
That was a good day at the office.
Psycho wants a gifted sub. Surely we can get Psycho a gifted sub after trouncing. Trouncing Gen.G. Surely someone's good for old Psycho. Get a job. Honestly, chat, you've spent too much time with Chris.
Fuck you, Chris.
Thank you, Lilandy, for gifted tier 1 to Psycho. Appreciated. Sorry, guys, I said the J word, I know. I'm sorry. Thanks for supporting the official desk. There we go. The desk is it's a crowd-funded desk.
But what a desk it is, you know?
Funded is a strong word. Agree, actually, yeah. Yeah, for people asking about Quick Esports, they've been signed by another org, but it's not been announced yet.
Oh no.
It's a mystery. Alright, I think we're getting a longer break though, so I'm gonna grab a drink. You're in charge, Chris.